We're back.
We are back.
Are we back?
Damn, that guy's fast. Sup guys, two guys, Teach Industrial Design here. It's time to get active.
For all you future clay guys, you may think software knowledge doesn't apply to you, but guess what? It sure as hell does. How you say? Glad you asked. Here's how standard studio space with clay support teams looks like. These metal rectangles on the floor are just called plates. Some of these plates take a lot of data, like weight, point location, etc., and it feeds it back into whatever computer is. Not every plate is the same, and not all plates have the same features. For each plate you see, there's one specific model assigned to that plate. What you're not seeing in that space are the large clay mills. The reason why is because the whole studio uses them, which means different materials are being thrown at it. Also, they are loud. Super loud. If you have them in the same space as everyone else, it'd be hard for others in their meetings to continue working to supply a physical model team. That being said, there are smaller, more portable ones that get rolled into the studio area. These are normally just mills assigned to specific clay teams and clay mills. Can you kind of see what I'm getting at? You know what I'm coming from? Software! You have to know how to use modeling software as a clay modeler. Clay modelers still have to prep models and receive them by the studio for the mill. It can be a lot of work, but it's necessary. I hear too many wannabe clay students avoid computers solely because their focus is quote-unquote clay. This is a dangerous move because nobody in the OEM studios accepts work that hasn't been blessed by the mill first. And guess who needs to work the mill? That's right, the guy assigned to it. And guess who that is? You guessed it right, someone who's most qualified to operate it. And guess who needs to be able to fill that role if the mill guy isn't available? That's right, you. Try again. That's right, you. As all of you work on your portfolio entries, keep fluid vision of the future so your work stays fresh longer.
Let's get right back into where we left off with Way Past Coming. Here's your blank canvas. First, what job do you want? By the way, I'll treat the video used in the beginning of this as an example to make it easier for others to follow along. I'll put designer / modeler / animator since this video shows all of that. Write down the 3 most polished skills you have around that job. Generally speaking, if you can't show it, don't put it. 3 most polished skills of that video: animation, number 1, scene setup, storyboarding, lighting, animating. Number 2, modeling. That's just the A surfaces of all the models. Number 3, sound and effects. Creating and finding sound clips, arranging them to fit and match the scene, and all the effects. Now, next to that, write down the softwares you use to help support these skills. Why? Because as companies view your work, they need to know how you made it. Maybe not step by step, but they need to know that you can repeat what you're showing them on their registered softwares. Every software that touched this video was Keyshot, Adobe Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, and Alias Automotive. Take your 3 best pieces of work from these skill sets. Technically, this video will be just an extra portfolio bit, but how I break it down would be: number 1, Volvo Polestar model, and this will just account for modeling and design. Number 2, Corvette C5, that would just be modeling, no design work was done there. And number 3, I will just put some other project that focuses on modeling and design. Now, pressure testing. Take your work and throw them on as many social media platforms as possible. The point of this is to get as many eyes on them as you can, specifically people who are not invested in you. Also, some of your work should at least be grounded in some recent design trends that you see on the market. Everything you make cannot be crazy feature shit. Being based in reality shows that you have some restraint. Any feedback you get, reapply that into your portfolio. If you're not in the industry yet, it's better to assume your work has a 2-year max shelf life. When I was trying to get into the industry, I gave each individual piece of my portfolio 6 months to 1 year of a shelf life. Digital design work tends to age like milk for the average entry design level person. There are exceptions to every rule, but if you're not an exception, the rule's for you. We're going to hold off on the job hunting bit just a bit longer. The job market is still in a state of flux, and for the life of me, I can't wrap my head around a standard way for you guys, with no networks, to start proactively or productively job hunting in this bug-19 world. Question, comments, concerns? Y'all know what to do. Hit up that comment section downstairs. Alright? Follow the channel. We give advice in exchange for user engagement. This is 2 guys teaching industrial design, not to be confused with.
Tá tranquilo, tá favorável, tá tranquilo, tá favorável, tá tranquilo, tá favorável. Vai, um brinde pro Zé Galgado, tá tranquilo, tá.
We love what we do. And hey, we're all in this together. Peace!